And if we've established that runner 2 finished in first place, then we have to compare runner 1's time and runner 3's time to see who came in second and third. So I'm going to copy this exact block and just change the values, because it's the same thing, it's the same idea. We just need to change the values. If we've established that, if we've established that number 2 or runner 2 came in first, then runner 1 and runner 3 came in second and third. We just have to figure out who came in second and who came in third. So I'm going to paste it and say, if runner 1 time is less than runner 3 time, because those are the two we are comparing. If runner 1 is less than runner 3's time, runner 1's time is less than runner 3's time, then that means that runner 1 name, we found out that he or she finished in second place in runner 1 time. And if runner 1 came in second place, then that leaves runner 3 to finish in third place. So runner 3 now finishes in third place in runner 3 minutes. It's already there. If between these two, runner 1 didn't finish in second place, if runner 1's time is not less than runner 3's time, then that means that runner 3's time is less than runner 1's time. So in that case, runner 3 came in second place, finished in second place over here, and then runner 1's time. So in that case, sorry, not runner 1's time. In that case, if runner over here, if runner 3 finished in second place, then runner 1 name finished in third place in runner 1 time. Okay, so I hope you don't get confused with all these names, but it's the same idea. If we've established that runner 2 finished first, then if runner 1's time is less than runner 3's time, then that means runner 1 came in second and runner 3 came in third. Else, then that means runner 3's time is less than runner 1's time. So in that case, runner 3 finishes in second place and runner 1 finishes in third place. So now, right now, we've checked for when runner 1 finishes first. If runner 1 finishes first, this whole block is going to run and check for second and third place too. Else, it's going to check if runner 2 finished first. If runner 2 finished first, it's going to add to the string and say runner 2 finished first, and it's going to check to see who came in second and third too. Now we need to check for when runner 3 came in first place. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put an else if again, but I'm going to just copy all of this, including all the way to this block. Copy all of it and paste it. And all I'm going to do now is going to change some values. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put an else if. So else if. Now I'm going to compare to see if runner 3 came in first. So else if runner 3 time is less than runner 1 time, and at the same time runner 3 time is less than runner 2 time. So we are checking to see if runner 3 came in first place. So if runner 3 is less than runner 1's time, okay, runner 3's time is less than runner 1's time, and runner 3's time is less than runner 2's time, then that means runner 3 came in first place. So in that case, then runner 3 name finished in first place in runner 3 time. So now we found out who is first. Now, if we found out that number 3 is first place, then we need to check between runner 1 and runner 2 to see who came in second and third. So we're going to start and say over here and say if runner 1 time is less than runner 2 time, then that means runner 1 came in second place. So that means runner 1 name finished in second place in runner 1 time, and that leaves runner 2 finishing in third place. So runner 2 name finished in third place in runner 2 time. Else, if runner 1's time is not less than runner 2's time, then that means that runner 2's time is less than runner 1's time. So in that case, then runner 2 name finishes in second place in runner 2 time. And if runner 2 finishes in second place, then that leaves runner 1 name, okay, to finish in third place in runner 1 time. Okay, so now we've been able to successfully check for all the conditions. Whoever comes in first, we can check, and then we can check who comes in second and third. Whoever comes in first, whether it's runner 1, runner 2, or runner 3, whoever's time is less, okay, comes in first. And whoever comes in first, we've checked whoever comes in first here. So whoever comes in first, we can check, and we can find out who comes in second and third in each block, in whoever, based on whoever comes in first, okay, in each block. So now that we've done that, okay, so this is please be careful about the curly braces. So this is the closing curly brace of this. So this is the opening curly brace of this else if block, and this is the closing curly brace of that. So, okay, it's that. It's like this. Okay, and this is the closing curly brace of this block. So it ends here like that. Okay, and this is the opening curly brace of this if block. So it's from this place to this place. That's the closing curly brace of this if block. Okay, so now that we've checked, now the program can successfully check and find out who came in first, second, and third. So because in each case, when we check, we are joining or concatenating to this string race result. Now we will have the string, okay, the result attached to the string. We're going to have it attached to the string. So all we have to do is just output it, just display it. So I'm going to do a system.out.println, and I'm just going to output race result. Okay. All right. So again, if this is unreadable, if this is too packed together, please let me know. In some of the programs I space it out, but I don't know if when I space this out, it's going to be too spaced out. I can. Let me just do it. I don't want it to be too bulky. So at least I've done it closed. So for those who like it closed, they'll like it. But let me space it out just for clarity, and just so it's easy to read, like this. It's easy to read. So I'm going to space it out so that it doesn't become too clunky, too bulky, or sorry, close together. So I'm going to just give some nice spaces in between. The spaces are always nice. For these two, I'll just keep them together. So these two, I'll keep them together. But for things that stand on their own, kind of, I'll just space it out. These two, even though they're two separate things, I'll keep them together. But if I space them out, they become too spaced out, and they can also get confusing. Let's see. Should I? They become, and I have to scroll all the way so that you see. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's good to have it in one place so you can see it. But there's nothing wrong with spacing it out. I'm going to take it back. Okay, I'm going to take it back. If anything, please pause the video and go through it. Try to go through it nicely. Okay, so, or just let me know in the comments what you think I should do. If the program is short, I'll space it out for sure. But if it's a big one, I'll try to put them together, and I'll space it horizontally this way. So for example, I'll put spaces on the left here and on the right here, just to keep it, just to give it some breathing space. Like here, I'm going to put some spaces here. In between these operators, I'm going to put spaces just to keep it, nice. So I'll keep it this way. In terms of vertically, I'll leave it close together, but horizontally in the string itself, I'll put some nice spaces in there, just so that it's a bit clear. Okay, so now we'll have race results. So now let's go ahead and try it. I'm going to compile it and see if we have any errors. I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it run on the race, and I'll create this. Okay, so it compiled without any errors, which is good. When we run this program, we're going to encounter a problem, or a couple of problems, And I'll wait till we get there so I can explain what is happening. So I'll run this program, and I'll pull this all the way up here. Okay, so please enter the name of runner 1. I'm going to enter my name. I'm going to enter Kakra, and I'm going to put 1, so we know Kakra 1, so we know, that that's runner 1. And I'm going to hit enter, and it says, how many minutes did it take Kakra 1 to finish the race? Now, because we stored runner 1's name here, and we used it here. It says, how many minutes did it take runner 1 name, which was stored here, to finish the race? So you see, how many minutes did it take Kakra 1 to finish the race? So it's kind of nice. So I'm going to enter, it took Kakra 1 minute to finish the race. I'm going to hit enter, but this is the problem I'm talking about. So see, it went ahead to the next question. It asked, please enter the name of runner 2, but it didn't pop out a text box for us to even enter the name of runner the name of runner 2. And it went straight ahead to just ask, how many minutes did it take no one, because we didn't even enter the name of runner 2. So how many minutes did it take no one to finish the race? So that's not good, because we need to enter the name of runner 2, so we know the name of runner 2, and that's a problem. So I'll explain. Okay, so there's something called the keyboard buffer. Now, I explained this in earlier programs that had this similar problem, but I'll do it with this one too, because this is a different problem. Maybe later on when I decide, or when I'm teaching the Java course itself, if you guys like it, I'll go in detail, and I'll link to that video anytime I create a program and I encounter this issue. Okay. All right. So what is happening is this: there's something called the keyboard buffer, and okay. So what I'm going to be saying, I'm referring only to numbers. Anything numbers, I'm referring to next doubles, next int, anything that deals with numbers. Okay, not next lines or anything. I'm referring to next doubles, next int, or anything that has to do with numbers. Anytime you use a next double or a next int, it pops out a text box. All right, it allows the user to type in a number. So over here is next double. Okay, so it pops out the text box. It allows the user to enter in a number, and it stores in a variable, or it does something with it. And after that, it leaves behind a line break in the keyboard buffer. Okay, so next doubles and next ints, anything that has to do with numbers, are the ones that leave behind line breaks. Those same, next doubles and next ints, or anything that has to do with numbers, are designed to skip over line breaks in the keyboard buffer. But next lines are not designed to skip over line breaks in the keyboard buffer. So when they encounter a line break in the keyboard buffer, they stop working, they skip over it, they can't do anything. So let me explain it well. So what happened with this was that at first it asked this question: please enter the name of runner 1. We entered the name of runner 1, Kakra. Next lines, I am not sure. I need to find out if they leave behind a line break. I'm not sure. But either way, I said next doubles and next int are designed to skip over line breaks. So even if next lines leave behind a line break, next doubles, next int, anything that has to do with numbers are designed to skip over line breaks. So what happened? Let's start again. What happened was that it said please enter the name of runner 1. We entered the name of runner 1 here. Okay, I'm not sure if next lines leave behind a line break, but if they did, that's fine, because it went straight to the next question and said, how many minutes did it take Kakra 1 to finish the race? We entered how many minutes. Next double took in that number, left behind a line break. But next double, I'm not sure. If there was a line break here, next double will skip over it, because that's how it's designed. If there's no line break, then we are going to get to next double. And next double is going to pop up this text box. It's going to allow the user to enter 1. But what it's going to do is it's going to also leave behind a line break. Okay, the next doubles and next ends or anything that has to do with numbers, I know for sure that they leave behind a line break. I need to just verify with next lines. And when next double left behind a line break after taking the input, now the next thing is next line. We want to please enter the name of runner 2. Okay, now next line saw that line break left behind by next double and stopped, because again, next lines are not designed to skip over line breaks. So when next line saw the line break, it got scared. It said, no, I can't handle this. It ran away. It stopped working. So that's why it skipped over it. That's why it didn't work. That's why it didn't pop out the text box so we can type the name, because next lines are not designed to skip over line break. It saw the line break and got afraid and got scared and said, look, I'm not popping up that text box until you get rid of that line break, until you get rid of it. So until it's saying until you get rid of that line break, I'm not popping up that text box. So it skips over it. Okay, and the next thing comes, or the next thing pops up, which is how many minutes did it take runner 2 name to finish. So that's the problem. Next lines are not designed to leave behind. Next lines are not designed to skip over line breaks. Next doubles, next enter, anything that has to do with numbers, leave behind a line break. Next doubles and next ends, or anything that has to do with numbers, can skip over line breaks. They leave behind line breaks. At the same time, they can skip over it. But next lines are the only things, in this case, in this scenario, that can skip over line breaks. So when they see the line break, they stop. So that's why it didn't pop up the text box. What next line is saying is this. There was a line break here because next double left it behind. But I can't pop up that text box until you get rid of that line break. So we have to get rid of it so that next line can feel comfortable enough to pop up that text box. Okay. And to do that, to get rid of that line break, right here, next double leaves behind a line break. We need to get rid of it so that this next line can feel free to pop up the text box. Okay. So to get rid of that line break, we use the scanner.next line method. Okay, so first let me go over what this does. Next double, okay, pops up a text box. It converts whatever the user types into a double and stores it into a variable. Okay, so it does something with the user's input. Okay, and leaves behind a line break. Next doubles and next ends, or anything that has to do with numbers, are designed to skip over next line breaks. So it left behind a line break, right? So what this is going to do now is it's going to take that line break left behind, and you can think of next lines as methods that take input and convert it to a string, or if the user types a string already, it's going to keep it as a string. Okay, or if the user types in something, it's going to convert it into a string. So we're using a scanner to take that line break and convert it into a string, but we are not storing it into a variable. We are not doing anything with that line break that we've consumed from here. Okay, next line has taken that line break. Okay, you can think of it as has converted it to a string, but it didn't do anything with it. We didn't store it in a variable. We didn't do anything. It's consumed. You can think of it as either consumed, it's thrown away, or it's holding it. You can think of it that way, but it's consumed. So because it's consumed, now the line break is not there. So now next line will feel free, because it wouldn't see any line break. It will feel free to pop up that text box and allow the user to type. Okay. Now next lines, again, I said I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they leave behind the line break, but if it feels free enough to pop up the text box and we can type in something, even if it leaves behind the line break, I said next doubles, next ends, or anything that has to do with numbers are designed to skip over line breaks. So that's fine. So that's not a problem. Okay, so I'm going to, now we've consumed it. We've consumed, Okay, if we consume this, let me just put, consumed. This consumes the line break created by next double above. Okay, so I mean, I talked about it. I don't necessarily have to put the comments there, but I put it there just so that maybe it helps. Maybe it helps. Okay, so now we've consumed this line break. So next line can feel free to pop up the text box. So that's how you consume that extra line break left behind by next double. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and compile it one more time and run, and enter the name of runner 1. So I'm going to type in Kakra 1. Please, how many minutes did it take Kakra 1 to finish the race? I'm going to enter 1 minute. And see, now it says, please enter the name of runner 2. Because now this next line didn't see any line break over here, because this has taken that line break. You can think of it as converted that line break to a string, but didn't do anything with it. You can think of it as it took that line break, threw it away, held it, or just consumed it, okay, or just stored it, okay, or you can think of it as it just took the line break and did nothing with it. It threw it away. It threw it away. It consumed it, or it's holding it. So because there's no line break here, now this next line can feel free to pop up the text box, and that's why it can do that now. It can pop up the text box. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and type in Kakra 2 for runner 2 and hit enter again. And so now we are here. It says, please enter the name of runner 2, right? Now I said, I'm not sure if next lines leave behind a line break, but even if they did, right, because next double are designed to skip over line breaks, it's not a problem. So even if next line left a line break, next doubles are designed to skip over line breaks, so they can feel free to do that. But I'm not sure if next lines do. Okay, I'm not sure. I just need to verify that. But like I said, if they do, next doubles can skip over them. They can jump over them, but next lines can't. So now it's asking us. Next double was able to pop up the text box and say, how many minutes did it take Kakra 2 to finish the race? I'm going to go ahead and type, it took Kakra 2 5 minutes. And now we're here. Okay, because next double was just called over here. Now next doubles, okay, always leave behind a line break. So there's going to be a line break here. So remember, next lines are not designed to skip over line breaks. Before next line is called, it's going to see this line break and it's going to run away again. It's going to stop working and skip. It's going to skip over it. It's going to do nothing and skip over it and say, I can't handle this. I can't pop out the text box. So you know what? Skip it. The next person should go. So I'm going to hit enter again here, and see, that's what happened. This next line said, you know what? This line will run, and that's why we can see the question, please enter the name of runner 3. But next line said, you know what? This next double left a line break. I can't handle it. So please get rid of it before I can pop out the text box. So we're going to do the same thing to get rid of it. We're going to just copy the same line and just paste it here to consume that extra line break, so that this line, next line, is going to feel free to pop up the text box, because now there's not going to be any line break here. The line break was created by next double. This consumes it. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and compile it again and run it. So I'm going to enter Kakra. Oh boy, Kakra 1. My typing is not good at all. So Kakra 1, I'm going to enter. It took Kakra 1 minute. I'm going to enter the name of runner 2. I'm going to enter Kakra 2. I'm going to say it took Kakra 2 8 minutes. So that you know, and he spent more time. It says, please enter the name of runner 3. So now we are here. Please enter the name of runner 3. Now, even if next line was to leave behind the line break, which I'm not sure, next doubles can skip over it, so that's not a problem. Okay, and then that's the last question it asked, so we should be fine. So please enter the name of runner 3. I'm going to enter Kakra 3. I'm going to hit enter and say, how many minutes did it take Kakra 3 to finish the race? And I'm going to enter 2. So we have displayed the output here, because now, based on checking the times to see who came in first, who came in second, who came in third, now we have the results concatenated to this race result. So we are going to display it. But let's just see, based on the input I just typed here. Okay, based on the input I just typed here, I said Kakra 1 finished with 1 minute. That's the less time. So that means Kakra 1 came in first place. Kakra 2 finished in 8 minutes. No. Okay, Kakra 2 finished in 8 minutes, but that's too long. Kakra 3 finished in 2 minutes. So that means Kakra 3 came in second place. And Kakra 2 was last. So the order should be Kakra 1 first place, Kakra 3 second place, and Kakra 2. Okay, so Kakra 1, Kakra 3, Kakra 2. So let's see if it's true. Enter. Oops. Just 1 second, my computer is acting up. I just want to see what's wrong. Sometimes it happens. Okay. Oh, so basically I had to have the cursor in there. So I'm going to hit enter. Okay, so the order was supposed to be Kakra 1, Kakra 3, and Kakra 2. And see, it says Kakra 1 finished in first place in 1 minute. Kakra 3 finished in second place in 2 minutes. And Kakra 2 finished in third place in 8 minutes. See, this line break is breaking the line. It's what's breaking each line. So when you read, the last line in each of these cases it doesn't have a line break, but everything, the first and second, have a line break. So it works. We can try another instance and see. So please enter the name of runner 1. I'm going to say runner 1. Now Kakra 1 now came in last. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say Kakra 1 came in 20 minutes. Finished the race in 20 minutes. And I'm going to say Kakra 2 was, let's say, Kakra 2 was the first guy. So he finished in 3 minutes, okay? And I'm going to say the enter name of runner 3. Okay, so I'm going to enter Kakra 3. And how many minutes? I'm going to say Kakra 3 finished in second place. So I'm going to put 5 minutes. Okay, so if Kakra 2 finished in third place, in 3 minutes, then that means Kakra 2 came in first because he finished in less time. And if Kakra 3 finished in 5 minutes, that means Kakra 3 came in second place. So, and Kakra 1 came in last place because he finished in 20 minutes. So the order should be Kakra 2, Kakra 3, and Kakra 1. Okay, Kakra 2, Kakra 3, Kakra 1. I'm going to hit enter. You see, it's Kakra 2, Kakra 3, Kakra 1. Kakra 2 finished in first place in 3 minutes. Kakra 3 finished in second place in 5 minutes. Kakra 1 finished in third place in 20 minutes. Okay, so it works. Let me do one more scenario, and I just thought of using real names and making Kakra 3 come in first. So I'm just going to I'm going to use Usain Bolt in this one, and I'm going to make him come first. No, I'm going to make myself come first, and Usain Bolt is going to be last. Okay. I just wanted to use his name, but I didn't mean to make him win the race. Okay, so Kakra 1. So let me use his name first. So Usain Bolt is the name of runner 1, right? And it's going to say how many minutes did it take Usain Bolt to finish the race, and I'm going to say it took him 1,000 minutes to finish the race because he's so slow, right? And then and no, he's fast though. I'm just in this question, he's slow. He's too slow. No, but when he's racing against me, then he's slow. Of course, we all know that. When he's racing against me, he's slow. But in real life, when he's competing against the rest, maybe he's going to win. But not Kakra. Me, I'm the fastest guy, so he can't beat me. So yeah, that's why he's slow here. Please enter the name of runner 2. Who else? See, I don't know a lot of runners. I don't know. Let's see. I know Tyson Gay. I'm not sure if he's a runner, but let's say Tyson Gay. All right. So how many minutes did it take Tyson Gay to finish the race? So he's also slow. When they're all running against me, they can't. So I'm going to put 203 minutes. And of course, the undisputed, right? Please enter the name of runner 3. I'm going to put Kakra Kakra. Let's say the almighty. The almighty Kakra, right? And how many minutes did it take the see, the program knows that I'm almighty. The program knows it. See, the program knows that no, I'm just too much. Okay, see, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's just in my blood. I'm just too fast. Anyway, how many minutes did it take the almighty Kakra to finish the race? Of course, Kakra finished the race so quickly. So it took him 1 minute. Because even with that one, I was just playing around. I was just jogging. So I was jogging, but I won the race in 1 minute. See, it's not my fault. I told you, it's in the blood. All right, so I'm going to hit enter, and now it says, look at that. The program knows. The program is smart. Okay, the program is wise and smart. It says the almighty Kakra finished in first place in 1 minute, of course. Tyson Gay finished in second place. Oh, Usain Bolt. All right, Tyson Gay finished in second place in 203 minutes, and Usain Bolt finished in third place in 1,000 minutes. All right, so yeah, of course I was going to come in first. So it's not my fault. I told you, it's not my fault. Even if I close my eyes and start jogging or start walking, I'll still finish the race first. Anyway, so yeah, this program works. It's closed. I'm not going to close it. All right, I'll just keep it there because it's nice to see that I came in first. All right. So this program works, and the only things that can be tricky is the line breaks over here and how to consume it, and the name over here when you're comparing it can also get confusing. So make sure you get the names right and try to get the block the curly braces also right. But apart from that, everything looks good. The program works. And yeah, if you have any questions, if you're having trouble with yours, please comments down below, and I'll do everything to reply and try to answer or try to help. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care, have a good day, and I'll see you next time with the next program. Okay, bye bye.